been taken, that it has been given in terms of the value 1, it has been given. So which will be equal to the 1. Okay, so just a second, someone is in the lobby. Okay, so in the last class we have seen this one. So it has been given the joint probability density function, it has been given. So it is called as a bivariate PDF. Okay, this value will be equal to the 1 from 0 to the xy, and for this one we have find out the marginal PDF we find, and afterwards we did with the mean, we did with the correlation, and we find out the covariance. So everything we got it here. Okay, so this one we did in the last class. Now what should we do? So we'll take the another PDF we'll take here. That PDF which will be defined in terms of the impulse function, it has been defined here. In the signals and systems you have come across the impulse function, you have come across here. So impulse function you have come across. So in terms of the impulse function we have seen that one. Okay, okay, so let us take the problem here. Take the problem, and afterwards okay, take the problem. The CDF, okay, sorry, the PDF of the bivariate random variable. So the problem number 2, the PDF of the bivariate random variable, the PDF of the bivariate random variables x and y are defined in terms of the delta function at the intervals 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, and 1, 1, having the magnitude 1/4, having the magnitude 1/4, full stop. Okay, find the mean. Okay, so marginal PDFs and correlation of x and y. Okay, correlation of x and y. So I think you can see, right? So in my mobile I am not able to join. So, okay, so correlation of x and y. Okay, so got it now. So what we need to do is, it has been given in terms of the delta function, it has been given here. So the value, it is having the value like something like this here. Okay, so in terms of the x-axis, y-axis, okay, so it has been defined in terms of the x and y-axis. So at the you can see, so at the time interval 0, 0, it has been defined here. At the time interval 0, 0, so it is having the magnitude of 1/4. At the it is at x and y 0, 0, it is having the magnitude of 1/4. At 0, 1, sorry, 1, 0, 1 is nothing but the x-axis value and 0 is nothing but the y-axis value. The magnitude is 1/4 here. So it is something, it will be defined in terms of the delta function. It has been defined here. Delta function, you know about the delta function in the signals and systems you have come across, right? So at 1 and 0, the magnitude is defined, which will be equal to 1/4 here. At 1, 1, the magnitude is defined, it will be equal to the 1/4 here. Okay, so this is the how the PDF, okay, the PDF or bivariate PDF of the random variable fx of x comma y. Okay, so it has been defined here. It will be defined at 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, and 0, 1. It has been defined here. Okay, so this is defined in terms of the delta function. It has been defined here. So we need to define the we need to express the bivariate PDF in terms of the impulse function we need to express here. So you know about the impulse function already. We have seen in the signals and systems. So this value will be equal to 1 at t is equal to 0, and 0 for t is not equal to the 0 here. So I'm going to consider the continuous random variable I'm considering here. Continuous random variable I'm considering. Okay, so this is having the value 1 at t is equal to 0, and 0 for t is not equal to 0 here. Now it has been defined at 0, 0. It is having the value 1/4 here. So 1, 0 correspond to the x-axis, other 0 correspond to the y-axis here. So we can define the two impulse functions we need to define in terms of the x and y here. Okay, so we can take we know that so I can take the impulse function. Okay, so delta of t is equal to the impulse function. Delta of t is equal to okay, the impulse function delta of is equal to, we can take this one. 1 for t is equal to the 1 for t is equal to 0, and 0 for t is not equal to 0. Okay, t is not equal to 0. Okay, so I can take the bivariate PDF. Okay, so now I can able to synchronize. The bivariate PDF of the random variable x and y. The bivariate PDF. So we can take the bivariate PDF of the random variable x and y is given in terms of the impulse function, as below. So you're going to define the bivariate PDF. You're going to define in terms of the impulse function. Okay, so at the time interval, we know that delta of t is equal to 1 at t is equal to 0 here. So this is defined at 0, 0. The corresponding amplitude will be equal to the 1/4 is there here. The corresponding amplitude is equal to 1/4. So we can say that, so it is fxy of x comma y. So that is the bivariate PDF you are going to consider here. So this is defined at 0, t is equal to 0, and t is equal to 0. One t correspond to the x-axis, the other coordinate correspond to the y-axis here. So we need to define the two impulse functions we need to define here at the corresponding time intervals here. So you know about the impulse function. So it is delta of t is equal to 1 at t is equal to 0. Means what are the things inside these braces? If it is equal to 0, then only it will be equal to 1 here. Suppose if I'm having I'll take one example here. Suppose if I'm having the value at t is equal to 1. Okay, so the corresponding amplitude, say it is equal to something 2 will be there. At t is equal to 1. So suppose if I want to express this one in terms of the impulse function, so what I can do is, so t is equal to 1 is there, send 1 this side here, so it will become t minus 1 here. So put the braces, put delta function, so it is having the value to delta of t minus 1. So when t is equal to 1, if I substitute here, so 1 minus 1 will become equal to the 0, it will become here. Okay, we need to multiply with the corresponding amplitude called 2 here, so we can express like this here. So this you are already seen in the signals and systems. Okay, so 2 into delta of t minus 1, so we can have here. Now we can define, you got it now, how to define at the corresponding time intervals. So right now we have at x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0, the corresponding amplitude is 1/4 here. So I am going to define in terms of the joint impulse functions I am going to define. So delta of x into delta of y here. So delta of x into delta of y plus at x is equal to 1 and y is equal to 0 we have, so which is nothing but 1/4 at x is equal to 1 means send 1 this side here. So like this here, t is equal to 1 is there, send 1 this side, it will become t minus 1. So it has become delta of x minus 1 into delta of y. Okay, so similarly at this location, this is at y is equal to 1 here. So sorry, this is make it as 0, 1. Okay, so it is 1/4 into delta of x into delta of y minus 1, delta of y minus 1. So this is at t x is equal to 1, y is equal to 1. So amplitude is delta of x minus 1, delta of y minus 1 we can define here. So this is how the PDF has been defined for the bivariate random variable x and y. So for the given amplitude like this here. So done, right? Now for this one, let us find out the marginal PDFs. Let us find out here. Yes. The marginal PDFs we'll find out. Okay, and we'll find out the mean and the variance, and let us see this one here. So right. Okay, so you can take the any doubts in this one. I think you don't have any doubts. Okay, so if you know about the impulse function, so impulse function properties are very important here. What you are studying in the signals and systems as an elementary signal. Okay, so those properties are very important here. So right, so you can take the marginal PDFs is given by marginal PDFs is given by marginal PDFs is given by. So that is fx of x we need to find out here. So this is obtained by integrating the bivariate PDF fxy of x comma y with respect to the dy here. If I'm going to integrate this one with respect to the dy, you're going to get the marginal PDFs in terms of the fx of x you're going to get here. So here fx of fxy of x comma y is there. So substitute here and integrate with respect to the y here, and we'll get the marginal PDFs you're going to get here. So let us substitute here. Let us substitute and do integrate here. Here delta of x will be treated as a constant you are going to treat here, since we are going to integrate with respect to the delta y dy here. Okay, so do it and tell me the answer what you will get here. So 1/4 is common. I'm going to take outside here. So integral from minus infinity to plus infinity, delta of x into delta of y. Okay, so plus. Okay, so delta of x minus 1 into delta of y plus delta of x into delta of y minus 1 plus delta of x minus 1 into delta of y minus 1 into dy. Into dy, we are going to do integrate here. So right. So delta of x is constant here. You know the integration of minus infinity to plus infinity with respect to dy. So you know delta of y is defined at only at y is equal to 0 here. So we can say this value will be equal to the 1 will be there here. So this value will be equal to the 1 will be there. Okay. So this value will be equal to 1 at y is equal to 0. Even though if you're going to integrate, the value will be equal to 1 will be there here. Okay. So we can say this will be equal to the delta of x into 1. Okay, this is at y is equal to 1 here. So you know about the, if you're going to integrate the delta of y, you're going to get the unit step function you're going to get here. And if you're going to differentiate the unit step function, you're going to get the impulse function. That's one of the properties you are studying your signals. Okay, as the elementary signals, right? Right? You're studying the same thing, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so fine. Next, the integration of delta of x minus 1, it's a constant here. The integration of delta of y, so it is nothing but 1. So delta of x minus 1 into 1 plus the integration of delta of y minus 1 is, so it is 1. Okay, at y is equal to 1, it will become 1 here. Okay, from there onwards here. And similarly, delta of x minus 1 is there. The integration of delta of y minus 1 will be, it is 1 will be there here. Okay, so now delta of x minus 1 2 times is there, and delta of x 2 times is there. So it will become 2. Okay, we can add these quantities here. So it has become, so 1/4 into 2 will become 1/2 here. So I'm going to split here 1/2 into delta of x plus 1/2 into delta of x minus 1 will get here. Okay, so this is the marginal PDFs we can obtain from the bivariate PDF like this here. So all of you taken, right? Done. So I taken, no? Okay, so fine. Now I'll go for finding the, yeah, so taken everyone. Everyone taken, right? Okay, so now I'll go for finding the marginal PDFs fy of y here. So you can take here the marginal PDF. So you can simply write fy of y is equal to. So this is write the generalized formula first here.
Yes, sir.
So yeah. So fxy of x comma y into with respect
Yes,
to
sir.
that. Yeah, tell me any of those. Okay, so fy of y is equal to integral. You read the generalized formula first here. So fy of y is, so integrate here. So similar way you can do integrate here. So write the functions. The functions are delta of x into delta of y. So like this. So 1/4 I'm going to take outside here. So it is delta of x into delta of y plus delta of x minus 1 into delta of y plus delta of x into delta of y minus 1 plus delta of x minus 1 into, so delta of y minus 1 into dx here. Sorry, this one multiply with the dx here. So right, that one will be multiplied with the dx. So done. Okay, now let us do with this one. Let us integrate this one. So integrate this one. Tell me. Integrate this one and tell me the answer. How much you'll get? Do integrate it here first here. So I'll write the answer. You do integrate and write the answer. Tell me the answer quickly. How much you'll get here? So similar way you can integrate. The integration of the delta of x is nothing but 1 here. Delta of x minus 1 is nothing but it is 1. At x is equal to 1, it will become 1 here. And delta of x is 1. So delta of x minus 1 will become in here. So delta of y minus 1, delta of minus 1 will become 2. And delta of y and delta of y will become 2 times here. So it will become 1 by y into, so 1 by 2 into delta of y plus 1 by 2 into delta of y minus 1 will get here. So this is the marginal PDFs you are going to get here. Marginal PDFs. Okay. Done. Now, for example, if I'm going to, so everyone got the fy of y and everyone got the x of x we got here. Now, suppose if you're going to multiply fx of x with the fy of y, then let us check whether we can able to obtain this one back here. Whether we can able to obtain this one back. Let us check one here. Check that one here. So this is we are having fx of x into fy of y. We'll take here. So let us multiply that one. So 1 by 2 into delta of x plus 1 by 2 into, so delta of x minus 1. So this is for the fx of x here. So multiply with 1 by 2 into delta of y plus 1 by 2 into delta of y minus 1. So if you are going to multiply, we'll get back the fxy of x comma y will get here. So you can, if you want, you can just do multiply here. We'll get that one because 1 by 2 into 1 by 2 will become 1 by 4. Delta of x into delta of y will become delta of x into delta of y. Similar way this one, similar way this one, like this, we'll get the fxy here. So when we say, when the bivariate PDF is equal to the product of the individual PDFs, we can say these random variables x and y are independent random variables. We can say it here, correct? No, so that's what we are saying in the last class. So I can say, okay, so since, okay, this condition is satisfied here, the above condition is satisfied, that is fx of x, okay, into fy of y is equal to the fxy of x comma y. Okay, so the random variables x and y are the independent random variables. Independent random variables here. Okay, so this is the independent random variables. Okay, so these two are the independent random variables we can consider here. Okay, independent random variables. So done. Now let us find out the mean of this one here. The mean of this one we can find out here. So how to find the means? So let us do integrate the. Okay, so you know how to find the mean, right? What's the formula for the mean? The mean, that is nothing but mu x, it is given by, so for the single random variable we are seeing in the module 1, so it is x into fx of x into dx here. Okay, so mu x is nothing but, so it is integral from minus infinity to plus infinity x, fx of x is, so it is here we have here, so 1 by 2 into delta of x. Okay, so plus 1 by 2 into delta of x minus 1. Okay, so I am going to split this one here. So it is 1 by 2, I'll take outside. Okay, so integral from minus infinity to plus infinity, x into delta of x, x into delta of x plus, okay, sorry, into dx plus integral from minus infinity to plus infinity x into delta of x minus 1 into dx here. Okay, so into dx we'll get done, right? Okay, so we are going to integrate here. So in order to integrate this one here, so we are going to make use of the one of the property of the impulse function. You are going to make use that one. You are going to call it as a shifting property. Okay, so you already come across in the signals. So it is called as a shifting property. The shifting property is very, very important. So many times you are going to use in the communication. Everywhere you are going to make use of that shifting property. You are going to make use here. Okay, so that one we are going to call it as a shifting property. Will be called here shifting property. So as per the shifting property, okay, can anyone tell me what is the shifting property says? Shifting property. Okay, so it is integral from minus infinity to plus infinity. So if it is x of t into delta of t into dt, so this will become x of 0 will become here x of 0. So means delta of t means this is defined at t is equal to 0. That's why x of 0 will come here. So another version of the shifting properties. So minus infinity to plus infinity x of t into delta of t minus t naught into dt. So this will become equal to the x of t naught we'll get here. X of t naught here. So this is called as the shifting property you are going to call the shifting property. So right. So it will be it's visible, right? Yeah, it's visible. So x of t naught you are going to get here. So from the shifting property we are going to apply the concept here. So done, right? Done. So this is a t is equal to 0. That's why x of 0 come here. This is a t is equal to t naught. That's why x of t naught came here. Understood now? Understood, right? Okay, so done. Now I'm going to apply the same concept here. So the mean nu x is equal to 1 by 2. So it is x into delta of x here. So apply the same concept here. In place of x of t, we have the single random variable x is there here. So delta of x. So we know delta of x is equal to 1 at x is equal to 0 here. X is equal to 0. So the integration of this one will become, so x is equal to 0 means 0 multiplied by 1 will get here. 0 multiplied by 1. So 0 multiplied by 1 here, because delta of x is 1 at x is equal to 0. I'm substituting the value of x here, that x is equal to 0 multiplied by 1 plus, and this is equal to 1 at x is equal to 1 here. So 1 multiplied by 1 will get here as per the time shifting property here. Okay, so this is x of t naught here. T naught is nothing but in place of this one we have 1 here. This is 1 at x is equal to 1 here. So okay, so this will become 1 by 2 will get here. So this is at x is equal to 0. That's why 0 into delta of 0, which is nothing but 1. So 0 into 1 will become 0. And this is at x is equal to 1. So 1 multiplied by this one will become 1 here. So the answer will be 1 by 2 will get here. So that is the mean of the random variable x will get here. So similarly for the mean of the random variable y. So if you have any doubts, you can ask me in this one. Okay. So it is any doubts in this one? Okay. So make use of the shifting property. You remember this property, it's very, very important. You're going to apply in many concepts here. Okay, so done. So now let us find out the mean here, that is y into fy of y. So small y here, fy of y here. So integrate here. So minus infinity plus infinity. So it is we know fy of y. Okay, so this is the fy of y. Okay, it is there. So take 1 by 2 common here. So y into delta of y. Sorry, so right here. So mean y is equal to 1 by 2. So integral from minus infinity to plus infinity, y into this one. So sorry, y into delta of y into dy plus integral from minus infinity to plus infinity. So y into delta of y minus 1 into dy. Okay, so the answer for this one, the integration, you know, the integration of this one is by applying the shifting property. It is 0 multiplied by 1 plus the integration of this one is 1 multiplied by 1. So this will become equal to the 1 by 2 will get here, 1 by 2. So this is the mean we got here. So nu y is equal to 1 by 2 we got here. Then right. So right, now let us find out the correlation here. So we got the mean, let us find out the correlation here. Let us find out the correlation. The correlation is nothing but it's the expected value of the bivariate random variables x and y here. So it is integral. So double integral we need to take here, x into y into, so fxy of x comma y into dx into dy here, into dx into dy here. Done. So this is a correlation we are going to consider here. So now we are going to consider the bivariate PDF you are going to consider here. So one integral with respect to the dx, other integral with respect to the dy here. Okay. So let us x into y is a, let us substitute for the fxy. So fxy already we have taken here. Okay. So this is the fxy. This is fxy is here. So I'm going to write this one here. So 1/4 is common. So that's why I'll take 1/4 outside here. Okay, 1/4 it's common everywhere. Okay, I'm going to take 1/4 outside here. The remaining quantity I'm going to write. So it is delta of x into delta of y. So here also we are going to apply the shifting property. You are going to apply here also. Okay. So right, substitute for the fx here. Fxy of x comma y. Okay. So into dx into dy here. Into dx into dy. So first we need to integrate with respect to the dx. Next we need to integrate with respect to the dy here. Okay. Done. Okay. So fine. The expected value of x, y. So it is nothing but, so 1/4. So first I'm going to integrate with respect to the x here. That's why I'm going to multiply x to all the terms here. Y I'm going to keep constant here. So integral minus infinity plus infinity. The integral minus infinity plus infinity. So y I am going to keep here. So assume this is the integral corresponding to the x here. So this has become x into delta of x into, so delta of y, delta of y. So and I'm going to integrate with respect to the tx. The remaining terms can be treated as a constant. We can treat here. Okay. So plus integral from minus infinity to plus infinity. And I'm going to split for integrals for the small all terms here so that it will be easy for us. So x into delta of x minus 1. Okay, so delta of y into dx plus, so integral from minus infinity to plus infinity, x into delta of x into delta of y minus 1 into dy, sorry, dx plus integral from minus infinity to plus infinity, x into delta of x minus 1 into delta of y minus 1 into dx. Into dx we are going to write here. Done. So done, right? So what shall we do? Let us integrate this one here. So you know integration of x into delta of x into dx. This will be equal to, already we are done in the previous cases here. So it is 0 into 1. Okay. Okay. So this one, the correlation, which is nothing but I'm going to write here. So it is integral minus infinity plus into y. So this is nothing but it will become 0 here. Okay. So this will become 0. So this will become 0. Why we know that one. So it will become equal to 0 here. Okay. So the other one. Okay. So x into delta of x. So this will become equal to 1. We'll get here. So I'm going to write this is 1 into. Okay. So this is y is a. So sorry. So 1/4 integral from minus infinity to plus infinity y. So I'm going to take the integral. This integral with remains here. Y is a. So this one will become equal to 1 here. The integration of x into delta of x minus 1, this will become equal to 1. So 1 into delta of y, 1 into delta of y, and this one, so x into delta of x. So this will become equal to 0 again, and this will become equal to 1 here. Okay, so this will become plus, so first one is 0, this is 1, this is 0, plus this will be 1. So if you want, you can add a 0 plus. Okay, so delta of y, so this is 1 into delta of y minus 1 will get here into dy. Delta of y minus 1 into dy will get here. So it will be right. So okay. Done. Done, right? Now what shall we do? Let us integrate this one with respect to the dy here. Let us integrate this one with respect to the dy. Okay. So now I'm going to rewrite the expression here. So the expected value of the correlation, expected value of xy, it is written as 1 by 4. So integral from minus infinity to plus infinity. So it is y into the terms remaining here is, okay, so delta of y, so delta of y minus 1. So y into delta of y, okay, into dy plus the integral from minus infinity to plus infinity. So y into delta of y minus 1 into dy. Okay, so delta of y minus 1 into dy. So done. Done. The integration of this one is 0 and the integration of this one is 1 year. So you already know this one. Okay, already we did this one. So this is nothing but 0. The integration of this one is nothing but 1 year. Okay. So we can write the correlation expected value of x comma y. So this will become equal to 1 by 4 into 0 plus 1. So this will become equal to 1 by 4 here. So this is a correlation of the random variable x and y. So this is equal to 1 by 4. So right. So if the correlation is equal to 1 by 4, so we can say this is equal to the product of nu x into nu y. So nu x is 1 by 2. So and it is 1 by 2. So this will become 1 by 4 here. If the product is equal to 1 by 4, so we can say, so then the covariance will be equal to 0 will be there here. Okay, then the covariance will be equal to 0. We know about the covariance, right? So covariance of the random variable x and y. So this is nothing but we can take covariance. Okay, or it is nothing but the correlation. It's a difference between the correlation minus the product of their respective means here. So the product correlation is 1 by 4 minus 1 by 2 into 1 by 2. Okay, so this will become equal to 0 here. So if the covariance is equal to 0, we can say that the random variables are the uncorrelated here. Okay, so we can say therefore that we can say that the random variables x and y are uncorrelated because since the covariance is equal to 0, so that's why you can say it, these random variables are the uncorrelated. We can say it here, uncorrelated. So right, done. Okay, so take the next problem. Got it, right? Okay, so take one problem. So this is a problem number 3. So you can take for the bivariate random variables x and y. For the bivariate random variables x and y. For the bivariate random variables x and y. For the bivariate random x and y. Okay. We can take nu x is equal to, that is the mean of that one is equal to 1. Sigma x square is equal to 2. Nu y is equal to 3. Sigma y square is equal to 4. And the correlation coefficient rho xy is equal to 0.5. Find the just a second, I will get the charger. Okay, find the covariance. Okay, so find the covariance. Welcome, just a second. Okay. Okay, so find the covariance. Find the covariance and correlation. Find the covariance and correlation. Find the covariance and correlation. So we need to find out the covariance and the correlation we need to find out here. Okay, so find the covariance and correlation. Okay, so correlation is nothing but the expected value of the x and y here. Okay, so we know that we have come across the it has been given. So mean is given, variance of the random variable x square is given, that is x is given, the mean of the random variable y, and the variance of the random variable y is variance is given, and the correlation coefficient has been given here. Okay, so we know, okay, you can take, we know that the correlation coefficient, that is sigma xy, is nothing but it's a correlation coefficient. So this is nothing but it's a covariance of the random variable xy divided by sigma x, that is nothing but a standard deviation, which is obtained by taking the square root of this one here and sigma y here. Okay, so sigma x into sigma y. So right. So here we need correlation. It has been given here. Correlation coefficient has been given. We need to find out the covariance here. So let us cross multiply this one. So covariance of xy. This will be equal to the, so cross multiply. So it is sigma x into sigma y into rho xy here, rho xy. So sigma x is nothing but it's a root of this one 2, and sigma y is nothing but it's a root of 4 into rho xy is nothing but 0.5. So tell me how much you'll get here. Covariance of xy. So how much you'll get? Anybody can tell me the answer? How much you'll get here? Covariance. So root of 4 is nothing but it will become 2. So 2 into 0.5 is 1. So 1 multiplied by root of 2. Root of 2 is nothing but, I guess, yeah.
1.414.
Yeah, very good. 1.414. 1.414. Okay, so we'll get here 1.414. This is nothing but the covariance we'll get here. So right. So this is the covariance we got here, and also we have the formula for the covariance is there here. So we know that the covariance of the random variable xy. So just in the previous problem we have used that one. Okay, in the previous problem we have used that one. The covariance, that is the covariance is nothing but it's a expected the correlation minus this one here. So we can find out the correlation we can find out here. So covariance is equal to expected value of xy minus nu x into nu y. So it is expected value of xy. So we can send here. So it's a covariance of xy plus nu x into nu y here. So send this side. So covariance of xy is 1.414 plus nu x is 1 and nu y is 3. So it will become, so 3 plus 1 is what 4.414 will get here. This is the correlation we'll get here. Correlation. Then we'll get the correlation we'll get here. So right. Any doubts? Okay, so take next problem. Take the next problem. So any doubts in this one? Take the next problem. The random variable x and y. The random variables x and y having zero mean. Having zero mean and variances. The random variable x and y having zero mean and variances. Okay, 7.05 and 5.36 respectively. 5.36 respectively. And the correlation of x and y is, the correlation of x and y is rho xy. This is equal to the minus 0.48. Minus 0.48. Full stop. The bivariate random variable. the bivariate random variables u and v are given below. So you can take u is equal to 2x plus y, v is equal to x plus 2y, Okay. Find the following. First one is covariance of xy. Okay. So next one is correlation, expected value of xy. And so mean of random variable u and the mean of random variable v. Okay. So next one, fourth one is sigma u square, sigma v square, sigma u square. And the fifth one is the correlation between the random variable u and v. And sixth one is covariance between the random variable u and v. Okay. Done. Okay. So you know how to find out the covariance. You know how to find out the expected value of the xy here. So nu u and nu v. So obviously this will be equal to 0. We have come across these formulas here. Okay. So the formulas we already seen the covariance, mean, variance, everything we are seeing here. Okay. So just I'm going to take that sheet. Yeah. So we have this one. The sigma nu u square we have here. So that is the variance of this one we have. So in place of the a we have 2 in place of this one. So make use of this formula. Nu u sigma u square we can make use here and find out the sigma, because nu u and nu v obviously it will be equal to 0. Why? Because the random variable x and y is having the 0 mean is there here. So this will be equal to 0 will be there here. Sigma u square, sigma v square we can find out by using this formula. Okay, a is nothing but it is 2 as per the random variable. This is 2 and b is nothing but 1 and c is nothing but it is 1 and d is nothing but 2. So find out, substitute a, b, 2ab and this one. So covariance of x and y you're going to find out here. The covariance of x and y you are going to find out here. So find out the sigma u square, sigma v square. Let us find out here by using this formula. So afterwards find out the covariance of the random variable. Okay. So later you can find out the covariance. We can find out here. The covariance of the random variable is nothing but it is ac into sigma x square plus covariance of xy into ad plus bc plus bd into sigma u square. So the direct formula substitution here. So write the generalized formula first for each and every one and substitute the values and get the answers here. Okay. Will you do this one, right? Can you do this one?